Welcome, my loves. Welcome to my channel. My name is KellynLoves, and I'm here to serve you peace, love, and magic, okay? And today's reading is love messages, okay? That could be romantic, sexual, platonic. It could be about anything. I'm gonna try to go over different angles of love in each of the readings, whatever I think goes with the vibe. But and I'm getting over a little bit of a sickness, so bear with me a little bit. But yeah, this is going to be genuine messages from me and my higher self, from my spirit team, and especially like Mother Earth, a grounded, earthy love. Because as much as I'm fairy, airy, I'm Taurus actually. I only have a tiny bit of air. I'm all fire and earth, but I've been really craving and needing to feel really grounded, and we're healing each other here, So yeah, we're gonna heal, get grounded, talk about love, see different kind of angles of love, and see what just messages come through. I really hope this is meant to be a hype up, a message from spirit that is, and Mother Earth that is just loving. And yeah, if it does go into romantic or whatever, we will, but my heart is always going to be more on self-love, so that's kind of more where I just want to go, honestly. But I know a lot of people do want to know more about like relationship love, and of course, like that is, we are also meant to connect and everything too. So I'm gonna try to do both. And yeah, I love you so much. I want to just share the love, bask in the love, okay? I've got my like purple and pink set up. Sorry, let me get cozy. I love the green love, the heart love, but this I really am coming down from Valentine's Day. So I just wanted to do purple and pink vibes. And yeah, let's get into it, okay? We have 4 different piles to choose from. I'm going to do a little prayer first, and then we'll see the piles to choose from, and then we'll get into the messages, all right? All right, I love y'all so much. Thank you for being here with me. Thank you for listening. Thank you for being you. Thank you for finding me and supporting me. My social media and tip jar and stuff will be down below. Thank you, I love you. And yeah, let's get started. Okay. All right, but first I'm gonna do 2 breaths. I encourage you to do them with me. I'm going to breathe in through my nose, kind of pause for a second, and then breathe out through my mouth, pause, in through the nose, pause, out, okay? So if you would, to, get us syncopating and all that good stuff. First, actually, I'm gonna get rid of all the air in my lungs though, okay. All right. Dear Heavenly Father and Mother, Mother Gaia, Mother Earth, Pachamama, to my angels, my ancestors, my loving ancestors, and my fairies, my guides, my loved ones, the ascended masters, all the gods and goddesses, energies and entities, and animals that are all about love and wisdom and healing and truth, and giving a loving message today, especially about where we're at with love. I invite you all here, and I thank you so much. But before I give an invite, I just thank you all so much. Thank the energy of love. And I mean, love is everything. So thank everything. Show my gratitude to the loving energies. Thank you. Thank you for being here. Thank you for using me as a channel, as a vessel, so I can use this love to heal me and others. Thank you to my viewers. Thank you to my viewers' higher selves for being here. I invite you to give your most loving, beautiful, divine energy. This is a space for us to explore love and play in love. I invite you all here. I ask for your blessings for my words, for my energy, for my viewers, for my cards, and for the message and video in general. I thank you again, and in the name of love, amen. So mote it be. All right, now let me show you the cards that you can choose from. You will pick the card that you resonate with the most, meaning that you are most drawn to, what you feel your heart is pulled towards or most happy or at peace with. We're looking for like a peaceful sensation in the body, something that makes you feel natural and at peace, just natural and maybe not even a lot of change. The one that makes you feel kind of comfortable and at home, that's the card I want you to choose, okay? All right. So the first card to choose from is Greatness. The Greatness card. But each of these cards not only has a modern Nirvana card, but also an animal card to go with it. So it is the Greatness card, pile number 1. But it is also the Frog, okay? It's pile number 1, Greatness / Frog. Pile number 2 is Protection, okay? And then the animal card that goes with that is the Tiger. All right. Protection, pile number 2. The third pile to choose from is Kintsugi, which is about using gold to repair broken pottery, and also philosophy about how to look at our mistakes a little differently. And the animal card that goes with that is the Crow. Okay. And the last pile to pick from, pile number 4, is the Nourishment card. And the animal that goes with that is the Octopus. All right, Nourishment. Okay, so we have Greatness, Protection, Kintsugi, and Nourishment, which is also the Frog, the Tiger, the Crow, and the Octopus. So pick your pile, like I said, one that resonates with your heart, that makes you feel natural, okay, and at peace. And I will see you in your pile, all right? I love you. Okay, pile number 1. If you chose the Greatness card, this is your reading, which is also the Frog, okay? These are your love messages, all right? So Greatness, Frog card, frog pile, I mean, you are getting praised for your transformation, for your blooming, for your phoenixing and blooming. You are getting praised for feeling through your emotions and letting them transform you. Your love message is bravo for letting emotion transform you. Also, in your relationships, bravo for letting yourself be reflected and being aware of that reflection in relationships. Relationships are mirrors, and our behavior will get bounced back off of them and back onto us. And you've let that happen, and you've seen yourself from a different perspective and from the eyes of another. And you've seen, maybe it's been a tough self-love journey, and being in relationships really have shed a light on possibly how you were not loving yourself, or you were shaming yourself or hating on yourself or something like that. And also maybe seeing like how isolated or depressed or just I feel this deep sense of emotion, kind of like the Piscean energy, with a Leo energy deeper underneath, where it's like you rarely give yourself credit for how much of this fiery stardom quality you have. And it's been through the eyes of your lovers you've been able to get a better sense of who you are and your power. But also just going through the emotions and going through the dark nights of the soul and going through loneliness and going through heartbreak and you've just transformed yourself through a fire, but it's like through an emotional fire. You've transformed yourself through the depths of the water and the fire, through passion and emotion. And whether that's in relationship or without or whatever, it has been you going through kind of the gunk of life and letting it transform you into a new creature or reveal who you truly are. And so bravo, because you're coming out, of course, as somebody in touch with the peacock, somebody that's very proud of themselves, as they should be, for the beauty that they have acquired because of their healing. Okay. All right. Wow. Yeah, wow. You take leaps of faith in your relationships. You show your feelings and intentions. And whether it's been a really tough journey for you to do this or not, you accepting support and love is a huge thing. Like accepting support because you feel worthy of it. That's what it is. It's like this transformation of your greatness is about your worthiness. It's about you transforming how you believe in yourself. And wow, Spirit is just so proud of you, and you should be proud of yourself. That's the peacock, right? All right, let's see. Your creativity too. The way that you've been working like on your uniqueness and finding what is authentic. It's this journey of you digging deep to find your specific style. You're digging deep to understand your unique emotions. You're digging deep to find your creativity and your art and your passion. You're digging deep and you're doing that hard transformation that has you like a frog, stuck between an earthy emotional state, and then you have this kind of fiery glow behind that, but you really are grounding yourself and transforming yourself through the mud, through the water, through the earth. Like it's this allowing and accepting and discovering that is so beautiful. Wow. All right. you just have this well that you've been digging in, and it's only getting deeper and deeper and deeper as you go, and as you go to self-discovery, to self-explore, you're getting deeper and richer and more unique, just like every day. Wow. Okay, what are your love messages? What are your love messages? Wow. Ooh. Oh, okay. Yeah, so you're really discovering a lot through being able to accept love. It's this journey of worthiness that I was talking about. It's this journey of you, I feel like you are using your relationships to understand your worthiness, but you understand that the depth and the real work doesn't come from a partner. You have realized that you can't accept more than what you've given to yourself. It's like you have to create the bowl within yourself, the glass, the cup within yourself. You have to hold that space, create that space, practice giving self-love to yourself before you can create that bowl where other people can fill it into. And I always say that, like, you can only love people to the extent that you have loved yourself. Maybe you do sometimes love other people more than yourself, or we all do, but you still can't love people more than the capacity which you have loved yourself. And so as you love yourself, you are expanding the capacity of loving others. But you've realized that, yes, your partnerships help you. They're a great mirror to show you how to love yourself more and better, and to grow your worthiness. It does help. But you realize that the shape, the size of the bowl that you're creating to accept that love from others, or to get that reflection, you had to create that yourself. You have to dig deep. And the more you dig, the more water, which I'm using as a representation of love and emotional fulfillment, the more that you can fill up with water, right? The deeper you go, the more you can hold. Okay, the deeper of emotions you go, the more that you use your sadness and your love and your joy, all of the emotions, to create a bigger well within you, a deeper relationship with yourself, a deeper relationship with emotion. The more you're deeper, so you can hold more space, you can hold more emotion for other people, and yeah, you can just fill it up. So if you realize on your own and with others, and you're digging a deeper space within you to hold more love, okay? More emotion. So you're just an incredibly deep person, and people can tell that you did that. Like, they can tell, like, you got the shovel and you did that. You went deeper into the hard. And it's the sense of mud. It's not just ocean. It's not just water. It's the sense of earth and water, because it's about being practical and emotional with it together in a very earthy, emotional way. It's beautiful. So bravo for learning how to accept love. That's what you've done. When you're getting deeper, you've learned, or you are learning. People can tell that you're on the journey of creating bigger space within you, making your heart chakra bigger, to accept more love. Because it's great if you get in a beautiful relationship, but if you don't know how to accept love, which I feel like a lot of us have a hard time actually accepting love and knowing that we're worthy. Like, we pretend like we can just accept $1 million and tomorrow or something, and accept all this love tomorrow, or because we want it. But if it actually got here, most of us would, or I'll just say a lot of people would blow it, or they wouldn't know how to actually handle it. That's because it takes a while to actually create that space within you to be able to hold that love. And you've done that. You've gone within, you've gone on your own personal journey to be able to receive love from others, from your partners, from your relationship. I mean, you got the Two of Cups, the Hermit, the Moon. Temperance, I mean, it's this emotion, it's this self-discovery, it's this balance between you. You know that you're in relationships to balance out your masculine and feminine side, your dark and light, your conscious and unconscious. You know this, you're doing it, you're digging deeper so that you can balance out and become more rooted and be able to hold more so you can understand more and expand more. All right, let's go. Okay, wow. Yeah, your creativity, this emotion is just fueling that creativity. It's this golden fire that's behind everything that I see that's lighting up. It's like, yeah, you're going through the mud and you're going through the earth and water, but don't worry, because you've got this star, golden fire, light, just light, that is always going to shine past any mud, any darkness. Yeah, this inner star within you, it could shine past anything. So you're like, why would I not dig deep and be able to hold more emotion? If I can shine through anything, yeah, I want to, yeah, you go on that journey of depth. And it's like so commendable, because it's almost like you don't have to do that. Like, you're already shining so much bright and stuff. You don't have to go so dark. You don't have to go so deep. You don't have to feel your sadness and the depression, get into these sad artsy modes. You don't have to do that, but people get, or whatever, even if they don't. For you, it's just like, especially spirit sees that, and it's like, wow, like, you're doing stuff like just almost to make things a little hard on yourself, but they get why, because they get what you're doing, and it's very like honorable, because you're going through maybe more than you have to, but it's because you're doing something bigger than you. You're doing something that is, that's why you're so beautiful, because you are so beautiful, so unique, is because your beauty is just bigger than you. And people feel that. They feel your purpose, and your light is so much bigger than just one soul. And it's this golden idea that is contagious, and it's beautiful and deep, and like, you get gritty for the fun of it. Just because you like it like that, and you want to learn more, and it's just, wow, it's like juicy and just like, damn, like, yeah, it's like working out, but for your creativity and your emotion. All right, what are your love messages? What are your love messages? What are your love messages? Yes. You're so creative. Your mind, your ideas are incredible. Okay, you have powers within you. You're so balanced, and you have this ancient wisdom. You have this ancient stamina. You have this like sense of like a spiritual institution that's like a galactic or a universal or some sort of like spiritual, like, people can tell, like, even if you don't have a specific word for your faith or your spirituality, people can tell that you're tapped into something, and it's something very legit. It's like you're tapped into a spiritual like community, but it's not even just on earth. It's like, it's also just like your soul. Like, clearly your soul is part of like a group, or like I don't know, but like, you're part of an institution, whether that's on earth or not, that is for growth and healing and all this stuff, and people can feel it, and they can feel the structure behind it. People can tell that you purposefully sometimes crack, you purposely go towards these dark places because you're wanting to heal more. And it's like, oh, but you're good, but you're like, no, but I'm not. I gotta go. I gotta be stronger. I've gotta learn more. I've got to be able to be more compassionate to more people. And it's like you're almost like chasing wounds or something, but it's in the name of love. It's in the name of healing. It's in the name of being able to be open and compassionate and creative to more people. You want more perspective, you want more depth, and it's like you're addicted to that or something. But people admire the transformation that you go through, and the journey of just widening your range. Yeah. So much stamina, so much creativity, so much love. You are all about, wow, yeah. You are all about authentic expression, and you are all about having that authenticity being internal and external around you. You are about as below, as what is so is above, as it is below, so within, so without. You are about getting those things equal, your environment and your internal world, getting those things equal. Yeah, that's why you might chase like different things that are like dark or that need healing and stuff, is because like, yeah, you might be good, but if something's not completely balanced, you feel you're still gonna like almost get yourself into a little trouble just so you can heal and balance it out. It's funny. Okay, what are your love messages? What are your love messages? Yeah. You got this perception card, which is the exact like reflection kind of a thing. It is you using life, everything in life, as a mirror. Your partnerships, everything, because you know that your internal and external should be equal. You're on this healing journey. You got the healing card, so come on, you are a healer. You're healing yourself, and so therefore you're healing others. And you're using everything as a mirror. You're letting everything let you know who you are. Because you realize that we're all one, and as above, so below, as within, so without. You're tapped into your emotion. You're a freaking angel. You are somebody that goes after what they want. They go after what they want, and they do it in a way that's like chasing their fears, chasing their wounds, chasing their trauma. Well, not chasing trauma, but like chasing the triggers, because you know that there's so much depth and gems behind those things. So it's like, even when people would just be like, look, I'm good, you're like, no, I'm gonna go deeper. I'm gonna find that gem. There's a lot of coal right here. I'm gonna find the diamond. Like, you go that extra mile to become extra polished and extra strong, and for your spirit to be extra stylish. Yeah. All right, so, and then like the way that you go within and just really meditate with yourself and like just spend time with yourself is so lovely. I love that you do that even in relationships, that you really just spend time with yourself. It's so important. Okay, so we're going to get a last little love message, and then that's it for your reading. But wow, you've got this very royal energy. And man or woman, whatever, you are royal, and this queen energy of just being divine and being divine within yourself, whole within yourself, and tapped into your higher self and the vision of your higher self you have, and you balance yourself so well. Even like people don't see it, like, why would she do that or whatever? It's because you know that would balance you out. Whatever decision you make that seems like far-fetched or whatever, you're like, yeah, it's because I've been too far this way, so I need to hit an extreme on the other side. But you get it, and you realize the balance of life, and you realize the depth, and what it takes to become light and colorful is going through the mud, and you're not afraid to get dirty. And that's why you shine so damn bright. All right? Okay, I love you so much. Here's your last little message. What are your last little love messages? Okay. It says, if you want to be somebody really special, just be you. You have that authentic expression. Your authenticity walks with you every step of the way. You're special, you're unique, and you are constantly in this state of self-reflection to become like that. And that's why it's so well polished. It's because you're so reflective. You have so many beautiful sides to you that you've worked on, and people can tell. All right, I love you so much. Thank you. Your people that are in relationships with you, thank you as well, because you help them reflect and become a more brilliant person as well, a more unique and authentic person. Okay, you inspire creativity in others, especially in your friendships and your romantic relationships. And yeah, you're just an amazing student, an amazing light, and people respect the journey. You are so inspirational. All right, I love you so much. Thank you for being here, pile number 1. And yeah, social media and tip jar are down below. All right, I love you so much. Oh, and if you ever want a private reading where you have a private video like this just for you, where I call out your name specifically just for you, let me know. Email KellynLoveTarot@gmail.com, and we can talk about a private video just for you. All right, okay, I love you so much. All right, pile number 2, the protection card and or the tiger card. These are your messages. These are your love messages. This is your love reading. All right. Okay, so you are a lover and you might be getting in your head a lot, but you have a big heart, and that's why you put up this fierceness, okay? Because you have such a big heart and you have a lot of kind of sexual swag, this creative sexual golden swag, this sweetness, this sweet masculine energy that is protective, maybe a little possessive, but you're fierce. You are a fierce lover. Yeah, you are a really fierce lover, and you protect your friends. You're very protective and possessive in a way that's like the lion is, protective of his tribe, his pride. Yeah, you are very protective of your friends, and you fiercely, fiercely love your friends and your lovers. And I get that you would fight for them, no doubt. You're ready to fight for them. But you have this wisdom, this divine insight. You're tough, but it's also this like Cancer energy of this watery, sensitive energy that has a tough exterior that doesn't get can't get played with too much, but let's say this, because it is big kitty, so it can kind of get played with. But you have this kind of fierceness about you. Yeah. You're so bountiful. That's why you're so fierce and protective, is because it's like you just got this big home energy, or this big like space energy, and you can fit a lot into it, but whatever stays in it has to be protected. Let's see. Oh, actually, first let's get some angel messages. So it says, your angels are helping you see yourself through their loving eyes. You have conquered many old fears and overcome setbacks regarding your self-worth. Your newfound self-respect will carve out opportunities for you to stand in service and be served while you serve. And be served while you serve. Okay. The angels are blessing your pathway with spiritual abundance. All of your previous concerns about security, wellness, or having enough are now being overcome. The doors of opportunity are being opened and your income is increasing. Okay, because you have so much of this gold energy. Like, I didn't try to find cards that matched each other, but these cards just ended up matching each other so well. And for a protection card to get the tiger and this golden energy that he's wearing, and yeah, this golden protection energy, it's like you've got this golden boy, golden girl energy, and when I say that, I mean like you are the special kind of like chosen one. You've got this energy about you that's like you're the chosen one. But because of that, a lot of times people that have that energy, this golden energy, they feel like a favorite, like Spirit's favorite, God's favorite, parents' favorite, you know. You have that, people can get jealous and they can attack that. And from a young age, you might have had this golden like talent and personality and this sweetness and probably sensitivity about you. And because of that, people might have bullied you or been jealous, and so they just were not as nice, did not give you as much compassion, or yeah, just you were a super sensitive, sweet being, and people were like really abrasive with that. So because of that, or in response to that, you might have really upped your beastness, your harder shell or whatever. And I'm not here to say that that's a bad thing or anything at all. I like your fangs, I like your teeth, as long as you don't use them on me, you know. But I think that it has served you well, this fierceness. I think this fierceness really pairs well with the sensitivity and this golden talent of yours. But yeah, just don't forget that you at heart are a very sensitive, sweet being, and you don't have to be so tough, and you're not now I promise you are loved because of this sweetness and because of this sensitivity. And even in the past, you know, you might have had not felt loved for it, you are, and Spirit loves you for it, and it loves that you have, Spirit loves that you have this fierceness and this sensitivity about you, this kind of duality. But the self-worth thing is super true with that. It's like, please believe that your self-worth and how golden you are, that you really are this like golden child. You really have felt like a favorite for a reason. You really have this brilliance and this aura about you that's just magnetic and full of stars, and yeah, you're just golden. So realize that you are like, that's the worth, right? The self-worth of gold is amazing. You have this purity about you, and yeah, so Spirit is just kind of like, is there anything more that we can do to help you realize like just how sweet and golden and beautiful and talented you are? Because they just want you to know it more and more and more. All right. Wow. Okay, so what are your love messages? What are your love messages? Yeah, so you just might have fought a lot when you were younger, like with your family and different things. And it could have made you, yeah, there's just kind of defensive and protective energy. And again, like, I'm not saying that it's not useful, and you are so loved for that fierceness as well. So don't get it twisted. But just know that like you're not fighting those battles anymore, and your past is over with. Your family dynamics that were holding you back are not holding you back anymore. The old friendships, the old narratives, the old relationships, the old dynamics, the old power things are done with. And it's already happened. It's already crumpled. It's already, what couldn't last and wasn't stable and sustainable is gone. And so you're not needing to defend yourself anymore. You can just be, and you can be your fierce, golden, sweet self. But just realize, like, you don't have to defend yourself anymore. You don't have to explain yourself anymore. You can just be and live and be freer. Yeah. All right. What are your love messages? Yeah, you are the artist. Okay, you are the artist. Your perspective is so beautiful, so needed and wanted. Your vision, anything you can do to put out your vision, art, style, videos, speaking, just letting yourself be seen. And, realize that all of those tears that you've cried, they were for good reason, but they were for good reason, and you're not in that space anymore. Those tears are not like that sadness is not this like everlasting thing. It's something that you were meant to feel through and get on the other side of. You could frequently need a lot of change of perspective because you might get stuck in your emotions a little bit. So you might just be one of those people that really has to like travel or get some new friends or get a new adventure or whatever to really switch up the perspective, because you might get stuck in emotions sometimes. But even that is like, that's because you purposefully get stuck because you're creating art and you're this golden talented child, and golden talent needs a muse. So I really applaud you for getting yourself in new perspectives and sometimes getting yourself stuck, because sometimes we need to do that to just get in a new energy. Or you're just so sweet. Like, oh my goodness, I love it so much. What are your love messages? Okay, when it comes to relationships, what are your love messages? When it comes to relationships, what are your love messages? So you could definitely have affinity for people who feel empty. And then they see you and they see how full of love and emotion and feeling. You're just full of feeling, okay? And when people are really empty, they could get addicted to you and just wanting to fill themselves up with your energy. So of course we want to be careful of that. Because just knowing that people that could get very much addicted to you, especially because you're just so creative, and to people that are numb, you have so much buzzing within you, they kind of want some of that. So just being a little careful of that and protecting your energy, right? You got the protection card, so bam, there it is. Like you're one of those people that definitely does need to protect your energy. And not saying that you have to be fearful of anything, but just recognize when you get tired, recognize when something doesn't feel good, just recognize when it's your time to go. And you don't have to explain yourself, you can just disappear if you need to, and know that like you're 100% always protected. But there are people that are going to really want to feed off of you, and it's okay to give a little bit, but realize that you are somebody that's meant to protect their energy. Not so much where you're like defensive or anything like that, but just enough where you feel safe in yourself. But you are somebody that helps rebirth identities when you get into a relationship, both you and your partner or your best friends or whatever. When you're in relationships, you and them change and transform, and you are reborn into this new frequency. You just put out a new frequency because you have somebody that you're kind of mixing chemistry with. And since you're an artist, you're just creating this new beautiful art, and you inspire so much, and you use relationships to inspire you because you're an artist, and of course that's what you do. All right. Okay. Yeah. You can tell that you really do go through the sadness, but you you rebirth it, you create it into art. Know that your heart is protected, and you do need to protect your heart. So that's why like the tiger and this kind of like defend energy, even though nobody's there, I 100% understand, because there's a lot of times where you do have to protect your heart. I'm saying that so for me to also say be careful when you don't have to protect your heart, because you don't want to get into a space so much where you're protecting yourself, where you forget that you're somebody that's meant to be vulnerable. So that's where I'm trying to say it correctly, because it's like you are somebody that has this energy of vulnerability, and not in a way that you're weak or anything, but just in a way that you are graceful and almost like unique and you're sensitive, you're kind of dainty in a way. And you're also super fierce, you're also the fucking tiger, okay? And so you have these two like opposites, but your heart is super, super sweet and sensitive. And so you just want to remember that that's your true core. And yes, you have this fiery fierceness, and that fierceness needs to be used sometimes, but it's about like learning the discernment when it doesn't need to be used, and realizing that it's better if you're in the sweet energy than the fierce energy when it comes to majority. Just majority wise, I hope that you're more in the sweetness than you are in like fierceness mode, okay? We want you more in the softness. But the fierceness has its time and place, and the softness could not do what it could do unless it feels safe by having that protective fierceness give it that space to do it. So just navigating that, right? But yeah, it's also bravo for navigating that. Okay? All right. What are your love messages? What are your love messages? Tiger group. What are your love messages? You're so sweet. You're so romantic. Your kisses could just be absolutely divine and transformative, and you really could just take people to divine places. You are a shape shifter, okay? You go from one extreme to the other kind of thing. Or I wouldn't even say extreme, because you have this softness and grace about you, but you can really transform from anything from super beast to super sweet bird-like. It's like you have the tiger and this also like sweet Tweety bird. You're the tiger and the bird, which is funny because it's like they would be enemies, right? Or they would be like prey and predator. But you have both in you. And yeah, so in your relationships, it's quite fun to play with because you're very adaptable and sweet, and you can play both sides. You also have this witchy energy about you, this magic about you that people can tell, like you do magic. You're magical, and you have your imagination and your childlike wonder within you. So yeah. Yeah. All right, so it's this wise bird energy. Okay, you've got the witchy and the witch card, my witch card, and the shaman card. So come on, you are a healer, you are a shaman, you have the sensitivity and the strength to do it. You transform people in your relationships together. Like when you're in a relationship, you both transform so much. You're very protective of your friends and family, and they feel that fierce protection. They also know that they can go to you when they have something sensitive worth talking about that needs sensitivity. And you help people feel full when they feel empty. You help people feel found when they feel lost, and you help people feel fabulous, okay? And your journey of self-worth is incredible, and you help others increase their wealth in a very unique way. And if you are queer, fabulous, you're definitely seen as a beautiful like icon for being somebody that is in their like non-binary, gender fluid self. The way you express yourself, and it just goes beyond, like, because you either way, like because you hit different extremes in your personality, the sweetness and the fierce strength, you can play around, and so you're just outside of the binary. You're outside of the this side versus this side, because you so beautifully connect them both. Okay, all right, so that's what I have you beautiful tiger protection card. I love you so much. You have so much to protect in your heart, and I get it. Like, it's a treasure to be able to feel your openness and your love. But thank you for opening it up to me. I love you so much. Thank you for healing yourself and healing others with your divine grace. And yeah, just know how worthy you are, especially because you're helping others, especially your partners and your friends, increase their value and their worth and feel unique and beautiful and fabulous. All right. Okay, I love you so much. My tip jar and social media is down below if you want to follow and support further. And then if you want a personal message, a video like this where you get your own private link on YouTube where I just say, your name just for you, let me know. Email me at KellynLoveTarot@gmail, and we can kind of discuss what kind of reading exactly you would want, and to target exactly you to get the answers you want, the healing that you need. Just let me know if that's something you would want, okay? I love you so much. Thank you for being here, and I'll see you again soon, okay? Bye! All right, if you picked pile number 3, the Kintsugi card, or the crow pile, these are your love messages. This is your loving reading, okay? All right, so automatically you are somebody that goes into the dark, okay? You are not afraid of your darkness. You're not afraid of your shadow. You are not afraid of the witchy. You are not afraid of the emotion. You are not afraid of the gritty. You are not afraid for the low vibes or whatever. You're not afraid of that. You're not afraid of the dark, okay? Or if you feel like you do have some fear of the darkness or whatever, that's only because you know the power behind it and you've already done so much. And our fears, the other side of our fears, are usually our destiny. So it's kind of like that. Like, you are discovering yourself in the dark as well. You're also discovering yourself, your self-love, and it's Plutonian energy too. So it's not just you transforming yourself, but you're transforming the collective consciousness and the energy of like your whole generation. You're helping you're helping transform the consciousness of your generation. Okay, that's it. That's it. No, you really are part of this big cycle, and you are upping the upping the frequency or whatever, because you're like a filter system. You're somebody that's alchemizing the dark into the light. You are going into the unconscious. That's the darkness, right? The unconscious. And you're bringing awareness to it. You're also going into the places of depression and shame and guilt and trauma and healing those and bringing light. You are seeing where there's mistakes and pain and wounds and bleeding or whatever, spiritually, physically, emotionally, mentally, and you are going there and you're healing, and you are purposefully spending time on those places that hurt, because you know that that's the only way to make them better. And then you purposefully go into the dark, you purposefully go into the unconscious and the places that don't have a lot of peace and lightness or whatever, and you go there to bring a creativity and a new way of thinking and a breath of fresh air into the situation. All right? So wow, okay, that's how we started, and now we're gonna get a little angel message. So the angels are commending you for doing this journey, to constantly going into this journey of the unknown, and helping people through the unknown, helping your partners, your friends, strangers, whoever meets your energy, whenever they meet your energy. Thank you for helping them get to the other side of where they want to go. It's like you purposefully stay in a purgatory state, like you hang out in purgatory to help people guide them to where they need to go, because you're okay with that state of purgatory. It's like your light is so bright that it doesn't matter if you're in the dark, it doesn't matter if you're in the in-between or whatever, you are going to help people bridge over, and you purposefully hang out in the places that need healing rather than stayed in the places that are already healed. And it's like, bravo, wow, amazing, thank you. You're so gorgeous for this. And the fact that your energy is focused on repairing and restoring and alchemizing and transforming and seeing the beauty in the unknown and in the dark and in the sad and in the down and hurt and dirty, and that you see the beauty in the pain, you see the beauty in the you see the beauty in the dark, and most people can't or a lot of people can't handle seeing that beauty and helping people in it, whatever. So bravo, thank you for holding that love, the light of love, of the power within you is so incredible, because the darkness never overpowers you. You always come out being bright, and it's just so beautiful. You hold a lot of space and creativity and power and love for yourself and for others around you. Yeah, you always move forward, and that's part of this thing of like you accepting mistakes and continuing to move forward constantly and keep healing and keep seeing the light and keep creating, like creating poetry and stories and insight. Yeah, wow. Thank you. Your just philosophy on life, your vision, the way that you have so much compassion, and people can hear the kind of the pain in your voice, or the pain in your story, the pain in your art, or whatever, that they can just tell you're grounded, they can tell that you've been through a lot. And yeah, you're just a very interesting character. Alright, so yeah, the way that you use heartbreak and you release heartbreak, you help release other people's heartbreak. And yeah, it just shows how much love you have to be able to hold this pain and transform it. You could have dealt with a lot of grief in your life. Okay. You could have had a lot of people die in your life, loved ones pass away. Yeah, you could have just gone through a lot of grief. You still could be going through a lot of grief. But the way that you have transformed through that pain, the way that you've helped others transform through their grief and helped others through their pain of losing their loved ones is so amazing. And it's like you just give people safe space, you give people a home, you give people like grounding in the dark. It's like you're this person on a boat and people are just like crying. Like I see this image and it's like I don't know if you've seen the last Harry Potters, but there's this scene where it's like Dumbledore and him getting a Horcrux, and there's just this like little island in the middle. They're in this big giant cave and just water all around. And I'm getting that image, like when somebody feels like they're just in this island, this like island of skulls, okay? So this island of death and sadness. And then there's just this black water all around, and it's scary. And they're in this cave of darkness. They can't see the light. They can't see the sky. They don't really know which way's up and down. All they know is they're in a pile of death and gunk. They're surrounded by emotion, and all they see is darkness. We get like that as humans, you know. Sometimes this dark nights, or when somebody dies, or a dream dies, or something like that. And you are the boat. You are the boat that gets them from that center out of the cave. And you purposefully live sometimes in that cave and on that island or whatever, so that when people come, you're there to help them. And it does not make an easy journey for you living this life, but that's what you feel like your role is to help, because you have this divine perspective of seeing how beautiful the dark can be. And because of that, it just has you staying there and seeing the beauty. And I don't want to make it sound like you don't fly into the light and that you don't live in lightness and that you can't live in your power and just live in peace or whatever. I just think that you're an artist, you're a poet, you're a writer, and you are open to life experiences using you and healing you. You're open to pain using you and healing you, and heartbreak and stuff transforming you, and you know the power of that, especially when it comes to creativity and fueling art. So because of that, you know, it's just in you. So yeah. All right, what are your love messages? What are your love messages? Pile number 3. Yeah, the way like you help people just move on. You help people with that journey of leaving the past, leaving the old. You help people when they're wounded. You help them get back on their horse. You help get their mental insight back. You help them get their vision back. You help them bring ideas. You help bring clarity. You're sharp, you're witty, you're clever, okay? You're very discerning. You're very methodical in the way that you build, and that you just use both sides, that you're using the light and the dark. You're very thoughtful, and you see the value in things. You see the value in people. You see the value in their tears. You see the value in their emotion. And so when other people might look at somebody going through this dark phase and be like, oh, they're a mess, oh, they're going through a bunch of shit, and they don't value people. Like a lot of times when people are going through hardship, others around them don't value them as much, because a lot of times people value us more when we're in a happy mood. But you're one of those people that when people are when they're sad and dark and depressed and different things and grieving, you value them maybe even more, because you value that emotion, you value the strength that it takes. And so people feel that with you. They feel your new ideas, they feel your new perspective, and they feel how you're trying to help them get into new spaces and heal their mind and break down those walls and repair and restore themselves. Yeah, come on. Like, you're a healer, and you get the pain and you get the broken pieces and you put people back together. You glue in the gold to repair them and integrate themselves back together. You are the boat. I was looking for this card and I freaking just split to it. I knew it was going to show up. You are the boat. You are the one getting them out of the clouds, out of the dark depths of the ocean. Come on. Come on. You help people like cry it out, and you could really help people just cry, and that crying really relieves them and releases that gravity, that the weight, the burden. What's your love messages? What are your love messages? People are so grateful for you. Spirit is so grateful for you. You really help people integrate, because you integrate your light and darkness so well. You bring back gratitude in people's lives because they feel grateful for that darkness. By the end of their journey, or whatever that part of their path they're on, by the end of being with you, they feel so grateful for what they thought was going to bring them down, because of the way that you give them new perspective on it. The things that they thought were going to like be the worst of their life, or the lowest, or whatever, they realize how it's going to slingshot them into goodness. They realize the gem and the creativity and the magic that's sitting behind that sadness and pain. And because of that, they're so thankful for the darkness, because of the light that they're in now, or that will be, because of the transformation that they now see that's in that darkness. So they're like, wow, I'm so thankful that I'm sad right now because I see the power of it. I'm so thankful that I'm in this low place because I see the power of it now. You help people see the power of their mistakes and of their whatever, because it leads to these amazing conversations, this amazing healing, this amazing experiences, these amazing stories. And it's just like, yeah, you wouldn't have the story of the journey and the cloud and then the rainbow after if you didn't go through the rain and the clouds before. Like, that's what makes a good story. That's what makes it worthwhile. That what makes a good lesson is that mistake or whatever, and then getting the knowledge after that and applying that knowledge. And it's also like you helping forgive themselves, because that's a big part of this grief and these mistakes and the darkness is forgiving ourselves. And you do that. You forgive yourself. You've been working on a long time on forgiving yourself. And so you help other people do it. All right. What are your last few love messages? What are your last few love messages? So you allow people to dream. You allow people like to brainstorm and hope, and you open up this imagination. I think that because you are using this power of the darkness and the dark nights of the soul and the sadness, whatever, it leaves you in this space of almost illusion and reality. And you use that in a way to kind of ignite people's magic within them, because they need a little bit of it's almost like if people are too practical, you can't budge them and they can't see the dreams around them. So and sometimes people get like that, and then something dark and scary or heavy or sad comes in and it knocks them off of their reality. So then that's when you swoop in, because you're like, oh, look, you're not so grounded in reality that you can't move. Because, if you're too grounded, you're not moving. You're just grounded, stuck. So sadness or grief or whatever, these dark life cycle things come in and it knocks people off their reality. And then you come in during those times because you realize that they're open. They're open for the imagination and the magic and healing and mystery to come into their lives. Sometimes that's what it takes. Sometimes it takes people to be in their really dark space for them to be open enough to allow magic and mystery to come in. And you're that magic and mystery that comes in those times. You're there. You're there for people. You let them be vulnerable. You're vulnerable with other people. You know that your vulnerability helps your creativity. Okay? And then you get their wheels spinning again. You help them realize what is star quality within them. You help them see the silver lining. You help them see the golden lesson behind it all. And you help them see what they can create with this. It's like, oh, all the sadness and all this pain has created this blanket of weight on me, and it's like, okay, great, now you get that blanket or that fabric and let's make a dress. Like, you know how to make it into something. You know how to make it into a project or passion. And yeah, it's this rare gem energy of transformation and just really mysterious energy. And people are like, how are you doing what you're doing? They don't fully understand you. You could be a little misunderstood. And maybe you misunderstand sometimes yourself, like why you're putting yourself in these positions. But you always know how to navigate through. And what you're really doing for people and helping be a navigator or a mentor or a guide in this darkness and in the unknown and in the mystery and in the magic and in the sadness and in the pain. It is freeing people. You are freeing yourself. You're freeing your relationships. And yeah, it's just so beautiful. Okay. All right. Last few messages. What are your love messages for this month? Whoa. Abso-fucking-lutely. Abso-fucking-lutely. Okay. So you got the Gnosis card, which is, to me, always a card of, new beginnings and starting creativity and love and passion out of the darkness. Okay. So same exact energy, like using the darkness to fuel your creativity. Okay. And then you got the freaking mystic card. Okay. You are a fucking mystic. You've got the shamanic witchy energy, but the mystic, I really love that this word came out for you, because you are magic, you are mystery, and you use the chaos and the darkness because you know your heart, you know the golden light behind you, and you're just a guide. You're a guide for people. You are a mystic, and you help transform yourself and others. Point blank, period. Okay? People are so thankful for you, and especially in your relationships. But yeah, wow. But like strangers, like your relationship with strangers, like I feel like the most love you give is to a lot of people. Like even if you have a partner or something, like it's the fact that you give so much radially, like everywhere around you in a circle. You're giving so much to everybody. And so it's like, yes, you have a partner and friends and family that you are doing this for as well, but it's like you almost have the most power when it comes to healing, when it comes to just the people that are, well, I won't say you heal them more, but you're like a sun, and you really affect a lot of people around you, and a lot of strangers, a lot of people that you just meet even one time or something, but you heal them. But either way, you're an amazing person of insight and healing and looking at your mistakes and your darkness in a way different way. All right, last love little message for you on the way out. Last love message. Last love message. Yeah, your love is with you in every step of the way. People can feel your love. They can feel that you help people find their love again. Okay? You're a rose. Okay? And your masculine energy is really, really divine. I'm sure both masculine and feminine, but your masculine energy is what holds that strength and stability to be able to do this in the darkness so much and not lose your way. And people really find your masculine energy, this guide within you of lightness, so beautiful, because I think feminine dark energy can get very it is just different. Okay, but masculine energy that can go dark, that maintains its light sunness the whole time. It's like you have this light sun, golden masculine energy that people really trust. And so when they see that when they're in the dark, it's just very unique energy, and they really appreciate it. And that's what's really that guiding sun energy in the darkness. All right? You're so creative. You help people's dreams come true because you open them up to the mystery and magic of life. You help open people up through the heartbreak, through the pain. You help pump in more magic and imagination and hope and transformation, magic, okay, into their lives. People are so thankful for this, okay? I'm so thankful for you. I love you so deeply. especially because I see the work that you're doing, even if you don't. But I pray that you do, because you are this guide for people, this teacher, this leader of ideas, and yeah, it's so beautiful. Thank you for seeing the value in yourself and in others, this golden energy, even in the pain and the darkness, especially in the pain and darkness. Yeah, I love you so much. Thank you for being here. My tip jar and social media is down below. And if you want a personal reading ever, email me at KellynLoveTarot@gmail.com, and we can talk about getting you a personal video just for you, just where I call you out specifically, and we can do a reading, whatever specific reading you want. We can talk about, whatever you're really wanting answers for, or healing for. But yeah, just let me know if you ever want a personal video like this, that you get your own personal link just for you. And yeah, but I love you, and I hope to see you again soon. Thank you so much. I love you. I love you so much. All right. I'll see you soon. Okay? Bye. Okay, if you picked the Nourishment or the Octopus card, this is your reading. These are your love messages. All right? Okay. Octopus group. So already you are able to give a lot, okay? You have a lot of creativity, a lot of intelligence, a lot of emotional depth and intelligence. So you're able to give a lot, okay? You go into the depths, you go into the dark, you work on yourself. And so because of that, you're able to give to a lot of different people in a lot of different ways. So like when I'm seeing this, okay, we've got the 8 different legs of the octopus, we got these different nourishing. I'm getting, you give to yourself, you give to spirit, you give to your partner, or to your lovers, relationships, you give to your best friends, give to your family, give to your community, you give to people who teach you, and you give people that you work for, okay? All the different people. So amazing. Like, wow, you're able to do a lot at one time. You're able to give a lot to a lot of people. You're very creative. And I think a big part of that is because you have your inner child energy very much intact. You are somebody that's just open-minded, extremely open-minded, and you are very sensual. You have a lot of senses, sensitivity, like you're able to just pick up on a lot. I think you're probably, very clever and witty and really wise. And it's wise in this way of like new beginnings. It's very fresh. It's a wisdom that's still very fresh and innovative. And yeah, you're super creative, and this energy is so nourishing to so many people because it's open and it's wild a little bit, and it's just really fun. Okay? All right. Now let's get a little bit of an angel message. Okay, your thoughts, your intentions, your energy, it puts out such a beautiful vibration. That's why you're able to give so much, is because you really know who you are. And even if you feel like you're on your journey or you get lost and stuff, you have a very defined, or it's very unique, it's very defined, it's very particular, and it's like you're very solid in yourself. Your frequency is a very specific song, okay? And this song can give to a lot of people because it's so rich in itself. When there's not a lot of you can find that's similar to that, then it's just your energy and your vibration, your frequency is well developed. And yeah, so it makes it where it's able to give to a lot of people because you're very set in who you are. So it's like you're not going to lose yourself. Yeah, people trust your thoughts, they trust your intentions, they trust your energy. And that's why you're able to give and stay open, is because people trust you. You're honest and you have integrity, and that's another reason why people just love you so much and they trust you and they believe you. You're a light to so many people. You're so joyful. You help people grow, okay? You share so much light and wisdom and peace and insight and fun, and it's so inner child, so playful. To be giving this wisdom with so much playful energy is just amazing, because you're giving wisdom about sadness. You're giving wisdom about, it could be like about moving on, or people could need advice like ending a relationship or a job or a dream or something, and you just deliver the healing and the messages with so much grace and peace. And yeah, it's just amazing. It's really, really fun. Okay? All right. So, what are your love messages? What are your love messages? Okay. Wow. Yes. Holy shit. Okay. So, what I was talking about, like, you are so abundant into yourself. Your frequency is so well developed. You've worked on your garden. You are able to nourish so many people because you're so fruitful and bountiful within yourself. All right? Like, you are... you are so creative, so divine. I'm definitely getting a little bit of like androgynous energy because you've got that balance, but it definitely takes that divine feminine energy to be able to nourish yourself with so much self-love, to then be able to nourish so many other people with it. But you're independent, you're bountiful, fruitful, fertile, just so many things, because you're so open and creative and loving and nourishing. So much can grow when if your energy is involved in any way, that whatever it's involved in, whoever it's involved in, will grow. Then you have the Hierophant, which is the wise guide. It is the teacher, it is the professor, the philosopher, the headmaster. It is the wise mentor, the priest, the pope. It is the teacher, the preacher, the guide. Okay, so you have this divine, young, youthful, fertile, open, beautiful, abundant energy with the ancient wisdom and the tradition and the integrity and honor and the teaching and yeah, just the wisdom. Okay, so like, what beautiful energy to have together, because that's what I was saying, it's like a fresh wisdom, because it's not this like old dusty wisdom. Okay, you have the ancient traditions, but you know how to make them in a new, fresh way, be heard and seen and felt in a new way. You help release people from their entanglements, which is funny because you're an octopus, okay? But you help people untie themselves, and you help nourish them back upright, and just kind of you help free people with your openness and creativity. Okay, and then you've got the King of Pentacles, meaning you are in your power, and even when sometimes you don't see it, because I get that, you're giving a lot to a lot of people, so you definitely want to make sure that you're giving that nourishment for yourself. Like, that's what I thought of first when I first saw the nourishment of just how much you give to other people. I'm like, oh, I really hope you give a lot to yourself, especially like the quality. Like, maybe you give time to yourself or whatever, but it's about how the quality of the time you're giving. Like, are you just giving yourself time? And I'm totally calling myself out on this, but if you're just giving yourself time off, like letting yourself rest, but you're just scrolling on TikTok or whatever for hours, it's like, yes, you gave that time to yourself, but how quality was it? How rich or how deep were you really doing that? And you help other people connect so deeper to themselves I just want to make sure that you really are doing that for you. But especially like as you grow in your own self-worth and value, just like you are able to provide for so many people. You're able to provide in a home, in a family. You're able to provide in a business, in a community. You're able to provide in a partnership, in a best friendship, in a school. You're able to provide so much love, so much abundance, so much truth, so much nourishment, so much creativity, so much passion to so many people, okay? And you free them. You free people. Like, what? All right. What are your love messages? What else are your other love messages? You really help untangle people. You help especially when people are in times of friction, you really have this wisdom that gets people through. When people are like irritated or just kind of inflamed by a situation, by the things that are going around them, or maybe they're in a tough relationship or something, you're helpful to like cool that energy down and to help heal and get them straight. You help relieve people. All right. What are your love messages? Okay. Yeah, you're an alchemist. Okay. Wow. Okay, and then you're the rose phoenix. You help bloom and blossom, flourish, and transform people. You help people fully bloom, okay? Obviously, you're nourishing them, you're watering them, you're giving that emotional support and intelligence and wisdom and creativity and openness and new perspective to help grow and blossom and become something new that they will never be able to, like once they heal, they'll never be able to go back past this. Like they will never be able to go back because they've healed past it. They've cried it out. They've been seen. They've been heard. They've been cared for, and in a way where you are healing wounds that will help them bloom like forever on. All right. What are your love messages? So your discernment is so powerful, and that's why people come to you, and that's why they need your help. They really trust your vision. They really trust how you're going to see the solution, see the new angles, get your creativity into the situation to get a new result. People know, or why you're able to nourish so much, I think, is because people know and they sense you being so balanced within you. It's like you know how everything is connected. You know that everything is one. You know that you see the connections that lie between everything else. So it creates this harmony, and people feel and see that harmony, and that's why you're able to do so much for so many different people. You are a bridge between the dark and the light. You're a bridge between people's emotion and their stability. You help get people through this tough emotion. You help people see the colorful, childlike nature even when it seems so bleak. You help reinvent themselves. You bring back the fire. You bring back them into the magical, imaginative side of life. You help bring water into people and life and creativity and fun when they feel so dry and empty and just like when they've been adulting for so long and they're just kind of stale, like their energy is not fun anymore. You bring so much fun. You're like a pack of Gushers when people have not had any sweets and candy for so long. Like you bring something almost nostalgic and full of flavor and like bright, vibrant, juicy energy into people. And you really are very discerning too. It's like you're so playful and childlike, but you also are very discerning of like what energies are helpful and what aren't. Yeah. Wow. Okay. All right. Okay, what are your last few love messages for this nourishing octopus group? What are your last love messages? Okay, yeah, your authenticity, your creativity, your uniqueness. You're quirky, you're spunky, you are helping people enjoy themselves. It's like you don't care if people are cringe, you don't care if people are wacky or whatever. You're home and safe space for that, and that's how it's helping people free themselves and just become more authentic. You help people feel more bold and that they can announce themselves to the world. You are somebody that helps like for your partners and your friends and everything. You are somebody that just gives hope and fun and love, and all right, last few messages for this octopus group. What are your last few love messages? Was I not just saying that? Oh my god. The harmony card came out. You have this underlying harmony behind you. That's why you can handle the childlike. That's why you can handle the chaos. It's because you have this harmony that people just trust. They just believe you. They trust your integrity. They trust your creativity. They believe in that harmony, and you create harmony with your relationships, okay? I will get a card on your relationships just real quick. If you're wanting a card on like your love situation, okay? What is love situation and romantic relationships for the octopus card? Okay, this is about collaborating. Wow. Okay, so when it comes to relationships, slow and steady wins the race, and it's about collaborative energy. So it's about slow building energy and collaborative energy. Okay, but just in general, like, you help bring value to people, you help bring ideas and creativity, and you're an amazing person to collaborate well with, because you're just alchemizing everything around you, and you're just boosting, pumping in this fun, creative, vibrant energy into everything you do, okay? And when it comes to relationship, know that you're just a slow, authentic builder, so to just trust the process, all right? All right. Now, for the last love message from the god and goddess. All right, what's your last love message? So it says, you might not have it all together, but you have peace knowing that you are a treasure, okay? You have plans. Spirit has plans for you, plans to prosper and not harm. So even when things seem scary or whatever, it's all for your own prosperity, and that's what you help do for other people. You help them realize that the chaos and the darkness is for their own prosperity and fun. You help bring that light. You're a childlike light that helps guide them to another side of things, a new perspective of joy and peace. You help break down the past. You help break down things that are not sustainable, things that are not going with the soul. You know, if a childlike energy cannot fit into the situation and you can't be whole, because your childlike self is with you always, and even if you don't give it the time and space, right? And you know this and you implement that, so you always create space for this fun, creativity, and lightness. And you're just incredibly abundant, and that comes from your joy and vibrancy, and people feel it. They want to collaborate with it. They love it so much, and they trust it, okay? I love you so much. Thank you for your harmony and your balance and your helping hand to everybody, and how you just hype people up. Like, you literally just hype up your friends and the love around you and the people that you're in relationships with, and they love you so much for your authenticity and joy and your wisdom and your fertility and independence and the way you just help people bloom. All right, I love you so much. Thank you for nourishing so many people around you, okay? I love you so much. I hope this was nourishing to you as well. All right, if you want to support me further, my tip jar and social media is down below. And if you want a private message, if you want a private video just like this, that's just for you, just specifically for what you're wanting to answer and heal, let me know. Email me at KellynLoveTarot@gmail.com, and we can create a personal video just for you. But yeah, I love you so much. Thank you for being here. Please like, subscribe, all that good stuff, and I'll see you again soon, okay? All right. I love you so much, okay? I love you so, so, so much. You are so fun and loving and juicy and harmonious. Oh, I love it. I love it. All right. See you again soon. Bye.